our time anyway. Okay, so Hargus, since you weren't here last time, I'm just going to quickly go through kind of what you experienced once you got to Hardale.
Sorry.
You went into Hardale and stayed at one of the nicer inns, since you could
one more.
play for your play for your
supper
admittance. Bed and breakfast for a lot cheaper with your entertainment. And the rest of them stayed at the guild hall.
You underestimate my abilities.
Everybody.
Magnificent skill.
But eventually, you made your way to the Valiant Allies Guild hall.
Hold on.
And it was in the...
What was that?
Where is it?
The district you're looking for?
Yeah, I thought that I had it written down which district, but I guess not. Anyway, I think it's just outside the Archflower Market. You pass a statue of a hero in a heroic pose, but missing a head. They call it the Headless Hero. And at this time, now that you're getting close to year's end, somebody has put a big frost giant's head, like a fake one, on the Headless Hero to be festive. Anyway, the guild is made up of kind of a warehouse that's repurposed. Not too much yet. It's kind of got humble beginnings, but they're saving up for more better accommodations over time. You've already met Barnicott Brushgather, also known as Barney, and he's kind of the guild agent who kind of gets the quests and assigns them. So you met him back in White Fork. Here you meet the leader of the guild, Tor Threston. He's got black, silky hair, a flashing white smile. He kind of shows you around and everything. You meet Old Orsic, who is the janitor. He's a grouchy dwarf who's cockeyed. Kind of always grumbles about adventures and they should get a real job and that sort of thing. You also met Lamont Chaplin, who is the guild healer, the guild scryer. He makes potions of healing for the guild, that sort of thing. And he's a priest of the Star Axis. And he's also the bartender. He makes a good drink at the bar there. There's also Logics there. I imagine that Hargus probably stayed at a different inn because it was better accommodations and things. You also probably ran into Ryan the Daring and his gang, the Wayfarers. Not very nice adventurers.
Very rude.
Kind of full of
very
themselves. No. Yeah, not the nicest. Anyway, but Hargus, do you have any relatives or friends that would have sent you presents for year's end?
No.
Holidays?
No.
Aww,
Not really? Okay.
poor Hargus.
So you just kind of celebrate year's end how you always do. You're kind of a nomad. You meet a lot of people in your inn, that sort of thing.
Well, if it's a celebration, I'll be performing anyway. That's the reward. That's a reward. And I cut all ties, so
okay.
Nobody's sending me presents.
Okay, sounds good. You also do your research and that sort of thing, the downtime that we talked about last time. And then on year's end eve, you guys all get up. I imagine at some point maybe you meet up together with Jasper and Branbreck, but the way they celebrate year's end here in Hardale is they celebrate the legendary hero Vetterfall, who is a frost giant, and he has a legendary spear called Iskness and a beautiful daughter named Solvi. And this is probably something that would interest Hargus. He has a pet giant goat, Hornbeard. And as part of this, people dress up they wear fake beards, they color their hair white, they paint their faces blue, and they eat white flour buns with chopped spiced pears inside them called snow apples, and they drink hot spiced broth or wine in the streets and stuff.
It's really good.
So yeah, I imagine that you guys meet up in the marketplace or something for the festivities. Hargus, you're probably entertaining people in the streets playing year's end carols on your instruments. But you know, what'd you say?
Face is blue, beard is white.
Okay, good.
Hey,
Yeah.
you
You
got
also see Jasper. He's really in the spirit. He's all dressed up as well. Branbrick, reluctantly so.
Because of somebody.
But yeah, is there anything you guys?
How's that chili powder treating you, Jasper?
Yeah. When we finally meet up with Hargus in the market, you can see Jasper with his blue face paint and powdered white beard has got the strange streams of tears like running through in the blue and into the white powder, and yeah, it looks like for some reason his eyes are very irritated, as if some sort of strange chili paste had been rubbed into his eyelids. But yeah, they finally see Hargus across the marketplace there and starts waving excitedly. This is right after the show, DM.
That's one thing I want to ask is Hargus, there's several activities to be done here. There's a spear throwing contest. Would you be interested in that?
Oh, I'll give it a go, but I'm not. That's not one of my skills. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm
There's
third level now.
goat racing.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, there's spear throwing contests, which Jasper wins a cold kiss from a female dwarf dressed up as Solvi. There's also goat races in honor of Vetterfall's giant goat pet, Hornbeard.
Oh,
so
either.
if you're interested.
Interested? Participating.
I tried.
Well, unfortunately, you arrived a little bit too late to register your goats in the races, but next year that'd be.
Oh, I'll lavishly bet whatever money I gain on the races.
Okay, so we'll say that you bet on some of the afternoon games so that they're undecided. We'll roll for those in a minute. You also see
playing for my favorite groups.
Okay. You also see an amazing performance by a group known as the Brown Minstrels. They're a bunch of illusionists who perform a play and a show using lots of illusions. And so you see like what looks like real, frost giants and him throwing his spear into the crowd, and people are like, oh, because it looks so real. It's like a 3D movie. It's that level of only a lot more realistic and stuff. And so it's just an amazing performance. We'll say that you guys get together around that time. Yep. So yeah, you guys notice each other in kind of the group as it's dispersing after the Brown Minstrels show.
So we just left. Yeah, Jasper's looking a little star-eyed.
Yeah, exactly. Right at that moment where we left off.
A little star-eyed? A little?
And holding a page in his hand.
I'll perform sleight of hand and pull out wooden mugs for everybody out of my cloak, and then I'll start filling them with my skin I have around my waist.
Awesome, yeah. Yes, Jasper is tucking a piece of paper into his most secret inner vest pouch, the specialist, most protected inner vest pouch, and he kind of tucks it away in there and waves excitedly as he sees Hargus approaching. Hargus!
Oh, my fellow companions!
So good to see you.
I'll do my jig.
Where have you been? We've been waiting for you. Oh, it's great to see you.
Oh, here and there. There was tunes to be played, dazzles to be swayed.
Indeed.
And many open ear to be enchanted. How about that?
Did you see the goat races? We were thinking of you the entire time.
I did. was so nervous about my skill level to let me join, of course, but I did watch and officiate as best I could.
Now, I hear there's another round later on, so if you're looking to get back into it and put some money down, perhaps that's a good place to spend some of that excess cash, burning a hole in your pocket, as it were.
Any plan for the day,
I
other than finishing the skin?
we did just come from the Illusionist show, which was actually fantastic. Lovely people, just salt of the earth right there, just the best, really. But we were thinking we might go try and pursue some of the more gnomish-oriented activities. At least that's what I was thinking. There's some things we've seen so far that are great for the human traditions and such that sort of thing. But they're missing on some of the best gnomish traditions until we can see what they have offered here.
It doesn't involve flailing a rat on a stick or anything, does it?
No, actually, I mean, primarily, one of the absolute best is goat jousting, where you ride on the goat and you get to, take turns at one another with, great large blunted sort of jousting poles, that sort of thing.
Really? What I want to be missing out?
Right. So pretty good, number one.
Getting there.
And I still haven't had a goat cake, and I'm still looking for some frost chocolate. So hopefully,
As long as we don't say goat cake too loud, I'll be fine.
I mean, the goat cakes are amazing.
The goat.
Goat cakes, yes, goat cakes.
I'm sure they are, and I will try them. But I don't want the goats to hear about it.
I don't think they're actually made of goat. They're actually rather sweet little sort of things with white frosting on the top of it. Do neither of you have goat cakes here in human or dwarven sort of societies? Is that not a thing for you?
I didn't buy I've never had one.
It was an accident.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
You've got to have a goat cake. They're great.
I deserve it. I got to take.
They're light. They're fluffy. They have, like I said, the icing on the top. It's quite nice, quite sweet. And then the cake itself is rather sort of spicy, sort of like a earthy sort of spicy sort of thing going on. And then depending on.
I really put them goat on flatbread, folded in half.
They're fluffy with paste on the top. And then everyone gets a goat cake, and at a given party, at a given family's house, their party, and somebody is going to take a bite of their goat cake, and inside they'll find the frost baby, and the frost baby's a little tiny figurine in the center of it, and whoever finds the frost baby is the frost king for the evening, for the party. You get a crown.
It sounds more like normal
What's that?
It sounds more like normal leaves.
It might have been some inspiration, maybe. sort of a last minute sort of inspiration. But this is definitely totally different because it's definitely a frost baby. So.
The southern gnome thing.
Brandbrek, what are some dwarven traditions?
What are some dwarven traditions?
Yeah, what are they
celebrating right now?
Other than the atypical classic drinking contest. I imagine a dwarven tradition. Actually, interesting point. Brandbrek doesn't know many dwarven traditions.
he's just faking it, looking around and going like, yeah, this is it. they got them all.
Well, I mean, like he only knows some very generic ones. Like he doesn't know anything that's very dwarven specific. Like he knows they like drinking contests, and like there's a mead brawl where after you drink a lot, you fight with these big wrappings around your fists, so you can't even cause any damage.
It's time of year. We drink of the spirits, beer, ale, wine.
And the entire time you're brawling, people are like, they're dumping mugs of ale on you. but it's like a mud
What a
pit but with
waste.
ale.
What were those the
Horrible
inflatable
waste.
mitts that kids wear, the Rock'em Sock'em monster mitts or something like that? They're like basically giant.
Yeah, it's something similar. Like, doesn't really know that. Oddly enough, knows some other traditions though,
Yeah.
but doesn't mention those. Unless asked. I assume there's no elven traditions going on, is there?
Not much elvish culture here, no.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
This time of year, we all drink of the spirits in order to show that we have enough food to survive the winter and still have enough bounty to create beer.
You
to
will.
celebrate.
Well, let's see. Brambrecht's going to slink off by himself for a moment
Where'd he go?
and see if he can find any kind of like a birch wood or something like that.
Hey, I see something in the alley over there. You could go empty the find some birchwood right now. I just was there.
You mean like sticks,
Like
or a tree?
Like an actual tree around.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
It's tradition to lean your head against the brick while you're looking for the birchwood.
You'll
16.
Yeah, you managed to find. You kind of have seen as you've been through the city where like the parks are, and while they don't
I go
have
to one of the
leaves
parks.
on because it's winter time, you find a park with a couple of birch trees.
Is there other people in the park or a lot of them?
There's some like couples in the park just enjoying walks together and
Okay.
that sort of thing. Some kids having snowball fights, that kind of thing, but not too many people. Most people are actually in like enjoying the festivities. So
I'm going to try and stealthily and subtly do an elvish prayer, and not much comes from it. I just get near one of the trees, I place my hand on it, and I grasp my signet ring around my hand, or just hold it in my other hand while my palm's against the tree, and I start saying kind of a thanks, a prayer, and a blessing of the spirits.
okay.
Hopefully, with after making sure that none of my companions are nearby or otherwise.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to. You're the rogue of the party. You know how to sneak off. So
yeah. So I just
Jasper's
slinker off and do that, and
excitedly
then come
talking
back.
to Hargus about goat cakes, and next thing they know,
So easy enough to just sort of disappear while it's distracted.
Does something come up
I eventually come
in our
back.
quick
What is that,
conversation?
Hargus? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That is some pagan horror. Oh, I was just talking silly. Does something come up
He's had too much.
in
He's
a
had too much to drink.
goat
Right.
discussion? Because that is right up.
Right. Well, all right. So here was my thing. Here's why I was so excited to find you, Hargus. The goat jousting is pretty much the most entertaining thing you'll ever watch in your entire life. And while we're there, we can get a goat cake. We can get ourselves a frost chocolate, and we could actually just watch the goat jousting and see how they do.
Sounds good. Let's go make some noise.
So this is how we'll do this.
For the goat.
We're going to, each one of you can do one more activity for this festival. Hargus, do you want yours to be betting on the goat races?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you go over to this big pen that they have set off with like straw bales around a big perimeter, the inside is kind of a grassy patch with some, wintry trees in the middle. And they have like a guy with a stick and a little bundle of carrots and stuff hanging over the track to make the goats go faster and everything. Okay, here are the names of the goats to bet on. There's St. Louisburg, Road Apple, Drama Wife, Dough Bean, and Beard Country.
What was the second to last one?
Dough bean. So I'll say them again.
Drama wife.
St. Louisburg, Road Apple, Drama Wife, Dough Bean, and Beard Country.
Beard Country. Well, wait a minute. I like Simon's goat flesh first. Let's see which was the most aggressively snacking after my beard.
You want to see which one's the most aggressive? Like, you want to watch a race first, or?
Yeah. That'll work. Can we just go look in the stalls and look at them?
Yeah, like before the race and stuff, you can kind of examine them. Go ahead and make an animal handling check. And you can kind of see which one looks the best.
What would that be under? Well, I get a 2.
Animal handling
17.
is 17.
Well, I rolled a 15, and I get a 2 automatically.
Okay, yeah.
No, this would be a 1. So, what would handling fall under?
It's wisdom. And
well, that would be a 1.
16?
So 16, yeah.
Okay, still really good. You know your goats, Hargus, really well. You've got a bunch of goats of your own. You know what makes a goat hardy and fast. And you realize, you kind of just look a little bit closer, and you find that Beard Country seems to be the one that looks the hardest. They all look pretty good. They're all pretty evenly matched, but Beard Country has a little bit of an edge over the other ones.
I really want to cheat here, but I can't think of a constructive way to do it.
All right, so which one do you want to bet on?
Beard Country.
All right. So, and then how much do you want to bet?
Oh, let me look here. I haven't sorted out my notes for tonight. What I'm trying to figure out is how much gold I have. I have it wrote down here somewhere. Sorry.
That's okay. Also, while he's doing that, so you want to do the jousting first, probably, Jasper?
I feel like I have to. Yeah, I gotta keep with that strong rock gnome tradition. Just get in there with.
Halflings do it too. They like to, it's cheaper to have the smaller normal goats, and the giant dire goats are a thing as well, but they're a lot more rare, and so
little mountain goats
like to ride.
And scrappy little mountain goats. They're not even like trained for this. This is just like something they go out and grab a bunch of wild goats for the day,
fun.
And they do the jousting, and then.
And that's half the fun. They love when they just start running off and everybody laughs, and it's a great position. Okay, how much you betting, Hargus?
How much are the bets running?
It's just basically you'll win double what you bet if you're.
What I'm getting at is everybody betting gold piece, copper, silver, one gold piece, 20 gold pieces.
At least. How much did you bet last time, Jasper? Was it just a couple gold pieces, or? Okay, we'll say 1 gold is the minimum.
I'm going to say 4 gold on Beard.
All right, 4 gold on Beard Country. Okay, you go up to the bookie and give him your 4 gold pieces on Beard Country, and
Beard Country.
Well, you got 4 on Beard Country. All right, he collects your gold. You kind of get in your place and everything, and once they're ready, they're like, all right, and they're off, and they pull up the restraints form, and the goats start running past. So we're gonna figure out who goes. So St. Louisburg gets a really fast start. Road Apple is lagging way behind. Drama Wife is a pretty good start as well, and Dough Bean pretty slow as well. Beard Country is way ahead of everyone else. So they get about halfway, and St. Louisburg gets a big jolt forward, and he actually gets ahead of everybody. Road Apple, there's no way Road Apple's going to win, though. He's lagging way behind. Drama Wife pulls almost up to St. Louisburg, but he or she is pretty a little bit far behind the front. Dobean is lagging behind as well, and Beard Country is pulling up neck and neck with Drama Wife, and St. Louisburg just barely wins, just by a little bit. St. Louisburg wins, and everybody who voted on him start cheering. Everyone else is just like, "Oh man, I bet 15 gold on Road Apple. He was the worst." Oh, and they're like kind of yelling at the goats and stuff. And Book's like, all right, back off, everybody, back off. So close with Beard Country. He was one behind St. Louisburg, so you lost your 4 gold, unfortunately.
Have a snow apple, Hargus. I'm sorry. I lost money on them too. Here, you should have them. They're really quite tasty.
The bookie says, anybody for double or nothing? Anyone want to double their bet and they'll get double back? You gonna do it?
So slop my beer liberally.
All right, you're gonna do double then, Hargus?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and mark off 4 more gold. And the second race of the we'll say this is the last race of the day, so everything's riding on this, and everybody else is like, oh, come on. So here they go. Okay, so here we go. St. Louisburg, another really strong start. Some people voted on him for the second, or I guess you have to keep your same bet for the same ones. Road Apple lagging behind again. Drama Wife lagging behind quite a bit as well. Bill being a pretty good start as well, not as fast as St. Louisburg though. And Beard Country, another good start. He's neck and neck with St. Louisburg, the leader. And they get about halfway. St. Louisburg lags behind, but he's still a lot farther than the other goats. Road Apple just must be tired for the day. He is not going very fast at all. Same with Drama Wife, just tired, sick of the races, that sort of thing. Dobean is going really fast, and he pulls ahead of St. Louisburg. It's going to take a...
Beard Country! Oh, man. Somebody. Oh no, for sure. I lost a little bit, and Bran lost a lot of it. So let's you know. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Sign up. Sign up. Absolutely. Hargus, I'm gonna do my best for you. This is it. I'm putting it all in, all right? Here, the problem with the goat races is that it's just random chance. You don't know that goat's history. You don't know that goat's, what kind of day it's been having. But when you do the jousting, it's rider and goat working as one. So I'm gonna put in everything I've got to make this happen. I was going to say, you definitely know that Jasper was very interested in the goat jousting. So, if you were hoping to meet. Well, I probably can't bet on myself. Conflict of interest. Conflict. Yes. This. Well, yeah, and to be clear, yeah, yeah, we're very serious about the goat jousting. It's just not about the money. That's how serious we are. This is this is all about the glory. She, she well, if we're comparing to Jasper, yeah. and if and if we're comparing to Jasper, it's hard to get someone who's. I was gonna say, if we're comparing to Jasper, it's hard to find someone who's not more angry looking than Jasper. So, Jas- Jasper's like grinning ear to ear. He's on cloud nine, ready to get into some goat jousting. So yeah. Yeah, and while you're doing everything to give it an edge, Jasper's just got a goat cake in one hand and a big steaming mug of frost chocolate, which is a thick milk chocolate with a very strong mint liqueur in it. So it's got this super, yeah. So he's just like munching and like sipping on this, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. All in equal measure. Okay. I just go for the one that's like friendliest towards me. I want the one who's like most interested in me. Ooh. How the fast one, how much difference is the fast to the friendly? Is it like okay. I go for the friendly one. I go for the friendly one. I want the one that's going to be the easiest to handle because Jasper's not a, like a mounted combatant. So he wants the one who he thinks is going to be the most like responsive to him as he tries to ride. Yeah, so he'll go for the friendliest. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, all right. Animal handling. Oh, 16. 16 on the die. 16. 16. I got no editing. Yeah, 16. She chose a grumpy goat. All right. Okay, with advantage. Okay. I'll roll 2 at the same time because that's the kind of guy I am. Oh gosh. A 9 minus 1. So an 8. Mm-hmm. Strength. Okay. Okay, okay. That is a 13 minus 1, so a 12. Question, is that pass or fail? Barely fails. Okay. In that case, as he's struggling to hold on, there's a strange like moment where like the goat like jumps slightly, and it's like the goat decided to keep him on the seat, and the 13 changes into a 18. He's going off. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Again. Okay. All right. Oh, not as good. Oh no. It's a 4. Okay. It's just a straight strength check. Okay. Oh no. Roll well. Roll well. Oh, that's a 17 minus 1. 16. Yes. A d12. I roll a d12 or she rolls a d12? Oh, okay. Okay. I got an 8. Another one? Okay. Okay. Nope. 5. Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah. I go for the predator handshake. bring it in for a back slap. As a generous compliment, I thank you. Yeah. Worth it. Yeah. Nice, nice. You know, the fancy. Oh no, Fred. Patient man. The red rope. The red rope. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? I have my red side of the hat out. I'm wearing the red, so what more could they possibly want? Now now you regret leaving the bard. take the crab cake off the floor. Oh. We'll have to wait. Yeah. The pit fighting. The pit fighting. The pit fighting. You of cop, yeah, cop and make. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. That green bit's the copper there. You see what they do? They powder the copper and they get it inside all of the other magical enhancements, so that when it bursts, it actually oxidizes all the copper all at once and gets that great glowing green corona all around it. So that's how they get that. Yeah. Yes. 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 The answer is yes. Yeah. 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 As I pass him a snow apple. Hey, friend. Hi, friend. New friend. 92. Classic. It's pretty good. All right. Can I say? Can I say? I apologize. Before we move past this point, Hargus, have you, this has got to be a first. Have you ever put someone's hand in snow before and had it make them want to pee themselves when they're asleep? This is the first. Normally you need a bowl of warm water for that, but here you can do it with just the snow. I I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And now, if we take the snowball and we make a little snowball for it, and we put the syrup inside of it to make the syrupy snowball thing. Now it's warm already. This is amazing. It's a great town. Hot snowballs. I'm just saying. Yeah. Right. Before everyone. You got another research thing? Cool. The epics. Uh, hmm. Before before everyone went to bed on New Year's Eve, Year's End Eve, uh, Jasper would have passed out the four goat cakes that he had purchased. The set of four, one of which would have a frost baby in it. One for himself and one for each of his three new friends here, and encourage them to all eat in to see who is going to be the Frost King for the evening. So yeah. Assuming he's back by now. There you go. There you go. Okay. Well, if it's got to be that night though, so if Lamont's the only one there, it'll be Lamont, Jasper, Hargus, and Bran. So on my screen, it's going to be you, Austin, as Lamont, Jasper, number 2, Hargus number 3, and Bran as number 4 on the D4. So if everyone's willing to eat their goat cake, it not well, it's going to eat it. Okay, it's going to come up as Hargus gets the frost baby. So Are you gonna throw the frost? Are you gonna throw the frost baby into the fire then? is that part of how that works? Oh. All right. Tradition sort of thing. Right. Well, in my family's home, that means you'd get to wear the paper crown, and he puts a little crappy paper crown on your head to signify that you're the Frost King for this year's end. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I'm good. Yeah. Jasper's a mess. A mess. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Yeah. Are we all? Quite. That was lovely. That was lovely. I almost won the jousting. The trick is for every beverage you have, you need to have a pastry to go with it. It's 1 and 1. You need to balance. That'll do it. That'll do it every time. Got to balance it out. No. Self-care. Self-care. And we do have some experience in missing young women, so... do you have? I was actually curious about some of maybe the local smaller sort of towns around here. Are you so Mournblossom? You said is about 10 miles south of here. Is that what about the location of Appleshire or Cloudcaster or Springforge? I think Springforge is closer to Valkstad, but what about Appleshire and Cloudcaster? It's east. That's right. All right, all right. Gotcha. Right, right. But Springforge, is that in Valkstad? Do you guys know? Is Springforge in Valkstad? Do you guys know? Springforge. I was looking for Springforge. Like on the far east side of the mountains. Oh. 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 Right. Gotcha, gotcha. Right. All right. Great. All right. Yeah, let's get moving. They got him on the books. It's a great name. Great name. I'm Jasper. I'm Jasper too. That's really. I mean, you sound like a really smart, good-looking, intelligent, charismatic, sort of lovely person. Alright. It's just what I hear. It's just what I hear. It's just what I hear. Not sure. He was there. You trust him implicitly. Is she going to be the one who is familiar with the 5 suspects that you have? It's pretty good. Sure, sure. Great, great. Appreciate it. Mother. The mother, right? Baker. Busy man, busy man. Alright. All right. I, I'm a, I'm gonna preface this quest with one thing, and that's the last time we went looking for a missing girl, we were all poisoned by some nasty stew and had worms implanted in our brains, and it was just long, drawn out, terrible thing. So I guess my only advice is going to be apparently we just don't eat stew. Is that the takeaway? Is that the lesson? Just don't. All right. Okay. Is that the thing? All right. Is that the one? Okay. I just wanted I wanted a tangible, and he pulls out his list, his little notebook that he was writing down the jerk guy Ryan's jerky but possibly good advice things that he'd give out, and he adds to it number 4. Right after number 3 is always check for traps. Number 4 is don't eat food from strangers. From strangers. No, that's not going to work though, because then I couldn't have eaten any of those things at the fair. This is a tricky one. All right, it's a note in progress. All right, note in progress. Right. All right, let's. Wait, what? Devil? Now that's who would make a contract with the devil? That's a terrible idea. Have you never listened to any children's stories? Always a bad idea. Never works out well for anybody. Just a terrible, terrible idea. Seems right. Oh, yeah, we didn't know her name. Were you here in town when she disappeared? Do you know? You know. Right. I suppose that's all right, though. You know, sort of like an official presence, sort of thing in the town. Well, I assume. Right. I mean, to be fair, I suppose everybody has something to hide, right? You know. No? Oh, all right. That's fair. Um, Valiant Allies. Valiant Allies. The VA. Honestly, actually, we've been right and sitting on a goat-drawn cart for a bunch of hours. Like really, it just travels from the butt up to the lower back, and I just need to stand for a bit. It's just. I'll stand so that I'm closer to the same height as everybody else sitting down. Than people's legs, mostly. Yeah, everyone has to climb up like 2 steps to sit in a chair. Is there is there anything you think you could tell us about the circumstances surrounding your daughter's disappearance? Strange behavior she was having, or strange behavior she talked to you about of someone else, or yes, something. And I apologize. How old is your daughter? 9 years old. That's quite small. We had this whole long, convoluted thing where, like, someone called some other people we were looking for kids, but it turned out they were like late teenagers at best, and it was just very confusing. So, 9 years old. No problem. I was gonna say I am not sure. Bards have to choose it, though. They don't get access to the whole spell list. Yeah. Much larger than a 9-year-old's. That's important. That's okay, all right. And at the time, did after she went missing and people looked at this stuff, who came around to help? Like, who was present that you saw soon after? We for instance, we just had a conversation with Mr. Baker, and he seemed quite concerned. But you know, who else? All right. Right. Yeah. Is that where the well is, by any chance? Oh, the bed's like the bed is like right by the window. What's in the center of town? Anything of note? Anything of interest? Is hmm. Anything interesting? Because yeah, she would have went right past her mom, and then daughter weighs less than 10 pounds. All right. Hmm. could, yeah, he kind of looks around. I could. Sure, sure. Yeah, right. Would one of you or both of you want to check out the young girl's room? And I could try and I could try and check the path along the way. Was that Hargus? Okay. Is the path from from their house towards where the tracks are going? Is there any way that like climbing up on top to get a bird's eye view would be beneficial of any kind of thing like that? Like we're climbing up on top to look down on things, a gnome's eye view. Yeah, so maybe not. Hmm. I would like to get yeah. I would like to get a view of the trend, kind of a bird's eye view of the trend to see if there's anything of interest along the way of where the tracks were going. Something either along the way from where the house is towards the center of town, or past that point, so beyond the center of town, just to see if there's anything of note along that path, if I were to just project it onward. One sec. Just a Okay, there we go. Oh dang, that's an 18. Uh, Straight 18. Yeah, so maybe forestward, maybe towards the cave, towards a couple possible directions. Ultimately, if but there's no like obvious houses that are in the way that would be like oh yeah, that big scary house is in the middle of the path. Nothing like that. Okay. Um. Yeah. Of note. Okay. So is and just to clarify, the bridge is to the north, Adams Bridge. Okay, and then forest to the east, cave to the south, and the tower is in that kind of reference towards the vague center of town. Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting. All right. I Right. No, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I hate to be pedantic, but does everywhere include like the forest and the cave to the south in that large tower? Right, right, sure. Yeah, it's named Blood Eye Cave. Yes, that's a good choice to not go. Right. Right. Oh, sure. How do you feel about uh, Winifred the Herbalist? Mm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Have a have a snow apple. Yeah. Yeah. You guys were checking the room, right? So. Mm. Catherine, I'm sorry. Just one more question. she left the doll. 9. And she left the doll. Catherine, I'm sorry. One more thing before you go. You haven't mentioned her father, Emily's father. Right. I mean, that's what. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's, how fast is it? What is the airspeed velocity? Church in the middle of town. No Dacron to mess you up, yeah. No, you got it. Well, yeah, and the mother was at the well when the girl disappeared, so she was coming. Yeah. So towards the center of town, and then things are lost. Yeah, but it kind of curves. Right, right. Yeah, I mean, depending on how we project that kind of curvature, it's kind of a curving path. It could either project towards the forest or maybe towards that cave to the south. Um, the tower actually didn't seem to be really in line with any sort of path. It seems to be off the main portion of the town. So really, just is if we're choosing between kind of possible trajectories, it's maybe the forest, maybe the caves to the south. Um, it's fairly ominous. It's fairly ominous. Mm-hmm. I'd certainly like to know what's going on with the great large metal tower. Just as a matter of due diligence, as it were. Um, sure. Right. 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 Yeah. I think we work with what's in town first, and then make our way outward from there. Right. We've got at least four other people to talk to. Discounting Bran and his wife. I did want to talk to Catherine. Braun. Was it Braun? Oh, sorry. Braun's wife. Well, a fella must assume. I that a dwarf as capable and handsome as you couldn't have gotten to this stage in his life without having found himself a wife of suitable status and beauty. Tower first. Yeah, sure. Just check out the tower. Oh, taverns are good. Jasper Jasper pulls out a snow apple and he's just like, I think you need to have a snow apple. They're still good. Just got it yesterday. Yes, they are. They're fresh. It's really good. It's really good. Right. Well, didn't. We did. It is. Eat the snow apple. Snow apples are renowned. Oh no. That's degradation of information. What was your name again? Falaya. My my name's Jasper. It's lovely to meet you. Stepping back. Was she the alchemist, Bran? Is that what you said? Bran! Hi. How's it going? Hmm. That's Falaya, yeah. And do we know anything else about? No, the herbalist was somebody else. No, no. Winifred was the healer, yeah. Oh, pff. No, no. I have it in my notebook right here. Winifred. Yeah, yeah. Catherine mentioned, and Catherine confirmed. Yeah, Winifred was the herbalist. I don't think we knew what Philea does. She drinks, possibly. Yeah, I don't think we know what she does. She's just drinks, right? Anything? Sure. Right, right. Well, sure. Yeah. I, you know, cross-checking all these people to see if everyone who is supposedly the ones that were left in town, at the time, yeah, if they all agree that they were the only ones, might be something too. But yeah, let's talk to a wizard. Wizards are super clever. Yeah, it could mean he's good clever and is going to help us out, or bad clever and needy. Ooh, there were quite a few. I mean, my family wasn't wizards per se. They were artificers, but they spoke well of some human wizards that they had met. Yeah. No, I mean, they do need a lot of things. That's absolutely true. Um, in fact, many of our my family's bigger orders came from wizards and people associated with wizards. They seem to have, the high echelon ones anyway. They got big pocketbooks, that sort of thing. So, oh, oh yeah, yeah, that would be interesting. You found a marble, right? Mm. Mm. Maybe, yeah. Can I look at this orb as I'm looking at this orb? Is there anything familiar or odd or arcana? I've never seen. What's a marble? What is magic? What is. I'm blind. I hold it up to the sun and I'm blinded. I'm so blinded as. Uh, maybe. That's really bright here. Oh, oh. Golf. Okay. Right. Right. Wow. But, yeah. Yeah, it just refracted the sunlight right into my eyeball. I don't. That it was so bright. Can I look at it later, or do you want to hold it? I just can't see a thing. I cannot see a thing. That was that, that was a one for our viewers at home, in case you're curious. What? Right. Right. It's a, it's a, it's a big old 10. Big old 10 for Jasper. 17. Hargus coming in clutch. Ooh. Jasper's just rubbing his eyes. 10. It's an, it's a, it's it's an honorific. It's not. Sure. They're down or up, I think. A crop top. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Um, you, Emily. 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 Oh. Right, right. Oh. Right. Um, I have a question for you. Um, I was curious. I had this, and he'll pull out just a little cutout, just of a circle. I was wondering, could you help me figure out like how how many units of measurement this is, just total, this circle, just offhand? Do you have a? Could you just curious? I've been trying to figure it out. Yeah, I want to cover it with a certain amount of paint, and I was just wondering if I wanted to use it, how would I get the right amount of paint? I don't want to pay too much for it. Yeah, just enough to cover it though. I don't want to pay too much for paint. I just need the exact amount. Do you know? Is there any way to calculate how big of an area this is? Just this little circle. Right. That's that's what I heard. Well, but here's the thing. Yeah, no, here's my question. I don't want to buy too much, right? Because I have very little pocket money, to be honest with you. So if I wanted the exact amount of paint to cover this little circle, how is there a way to calculate that? Is there any sort of I know you wizards are very clever folk and you could do some sort of fancy maths, right, to calculate. Right. I no, it's just a little piece of like fabric that's cut out in a circle, and he's literally just trying to get this guy to like figure out what's the area of a circle, just like a very simple math question. And Jasper, growing up with a bunch of fabricators and stuff, his family would know that there are equations to calc this out. And Jasper might not be the best at doing that kind of math, but he knows that if you're a wizard, you have some intelligence that can calculate these sort of things. So he's asking a very simple mathematics question, just like, yeah, and I just was wondering, like, this, there's no, is there any way to calculate how much of an area this is, just unit wise? Ah, right. No, I would these two. Detect fake. Ooh. Yeah, good one. This guy doesn't know where his last name is. He is this way. Yeah, he is this way. Yeah. what sort of spells is it that you sell? Actually, because I don't know any magic. These two dabble in some magic. I don't know any. Do you have to know magic to be able to use one of your scrolls? Right, right. Mhm. 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 Which one's that? Start with an S. Sil. Silicu. Oh, right, yeah. I actually did have. I did have one question, real quick. My good friend Davis, uh, are you familiar with runes and magical runes and the sort of things like that? Do you use those for your scrolls? Yes, yes. Those ones, exactly, exactly. Yes, I'm told they're common. I was just wondering, do you know? And he holds up, inscribed on a little notebook on the cover, are is this what he's been told is a common uh, arcane rune association? Just those there. That does that look familiar to you? Um, and it would be the symbols for rune and wood, like combined into one. Um, like a lot of magic is baseline draconic, so it's like kind of and gnomes use a language based off of draconic as well, kind of their alphabet and language. So for someone familiar with arcane symbology, it should be pretty simple to pick out the two. Oh, okay, all right, yep, great, great, great. Yeah, yeah, no, no, it's curious. That actually helps a lot. I thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. We'll keep looking around. As we're walking away, grim, Jasper's just so puzzled looking. He seems he seems so dumb. Well, all right, but I mean, there's there's focused, and then there's there. We had every rock gnome community's got simple Steve who lives down the way, and just you know everyone's got a simple Steve, and he's only good for collecting scrap and that sort of thing, and bringing it to the forges for melting stuff down. But I mean, I wasn't great in school, but even I could come up with you know the basic equation for doing a circle. I could. Right, but it was odd. It was odd. He seemed odd, right? So, but I mean, he did know the runes, so I don't know. I don't know. Right, right. Yes. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, uh, yeah, we've also got that elf woman. We've got that elf woman too, hitting the caves at night. The only person on the list we haven't talked to is the this elf woman, this Siliqui Salavran, and Bron and his wife also. So, and we haven't talked to Winifred either. That's right, the herbalist. Right, she's got quite a few left. Huh? I suppose. Right. Jasper will whisper earnestly, they can't see in the dark, Bran. Humans get really nervous when they get in dark places. They can't see. They get really. Well, yes. I'm just saying. So they've got a natural fear of the dark because they're bumbling around all the time, stubbing their. No, no, I haven't. I don't have a fear of the dark. The dark's lovely. It's nice and cool. It's where you can see all the stars. I just have a feeling like Siliqui is going to be just a trial. So let's do her first, and we'll finish up with Winifred the herbalist, who will probably. I'm hoping. Here's what I'm hoping for Winifred the herbalist. She sounds like a grumpy old grandmother type, and honestly, I'd love to go out on a grumpy grandmother type. So we'll see how it pans out. Snow apple. Siliqui. Oh, convenient. Will we pass the herbalist on the way? Oh. Oh. Oh, so we can meet up with Granny Winnie on the way. Does she go by Granny Winnie? Is that something that people call her around town? It's just like Granny Winnie sort of a situation. It's like, hey, Granny Winnie. Well, all right. Hmm. Hmm. Just, I know. Yeah. Winifred likes to eat them, so she stole her. I think so. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, good. Winnie's. Winifred! Granny Winnie! Granny! Hello. Potentially, that'd be great. What sorts do you have? Hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes, we did. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Is that what Fae folk do? Hmm. Hmm. Have you known Davis long? No. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, before we go real quick. No, I think no, that they were. Yeah. Oh. Right. Did he say that? Uh, right, right. Yeah. Um, I, I, I'm curious. I'm a little curious. Winifred. You know, we gotta walk over to this next bit here, and I'm just hot on walking. I don't know. It makes my mouth feel weird. Um, I was actually curious about whether or not um, what was his name? Davis. Does his daughter's mother? Any? What was? Where is she? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Gnomish and common. Barely. Ooh. Sylvan. Very. It's very. It's very. It seems like a very clever dog. Abishai. Sure, sure. Right, right. All right. Great. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. If I try and give Abishai some jerky, does Abishai respond? Yeah. Normal dog style. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just give him. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's just a clever dog. Everyone's a suspect. That's why. I don't know. Um. Yeah. Well, no, no. This one's done all right with his jerky handling. All right. All right. Jasper walks through forests with kind of reckless assurance that nothing can go wrong in a forest, and he just kind of saunters ahead like he owns the place. So he'll make that roll. We'll see if the dice rolls support that mentality. Oh, they do. They do. That's a 19. That's a 19 plus 0, so. Right, right. Yeah. He's chattering constantly, like picking up like good smelling leaves off of any little plant. So he makes like a zigzag trail as he goes, and you guys walk in a straight line, and he's like, right, no, just keep going this way. No, I just, these put, yeah, no, I'm going to grab that snail, but you guys just keep going that way. And he goes over and grabs a snail and puts it in his pocket. Yeah, no, back this way, back this way, back this way. Hello. Hmm. I hope so. Yeah, Jasper pokes him in the side. Jasper. Right, right. Hi. We we were asked to come and just try and see if there was anyone who had maybe any information that could help out with that Emily girl, Emily Sutter, who's gone missing. Um, we were told. Right, right. Druidic. It's very possible. You know, actually, one of the quickest ways I've always found to get, onto the next sort of phase of things, if you're like going and trying to move beyond a conversation, is sometimes to just quickly and succinctly answer the questions brought to you by anyone who might stumble into your work area, and just sort of, that's truthful. That's a lot. Right, right. Sure, sure. Yeah, no, we were just trying to see if. Hmm. Just jumps on her. It's a bit tacky. Bit tacky. Uh, That is absolutely Jasper's face after every one of Bran's like accommodating responses. Every time it's just, yeah, just like, who is this guy and what is he? Just, all right, yeah, all right, okay. I guess we'll meet back there. All right. That's the that's Elvish is oddly, yeah, sounds oddly like Klingon. Yeah, yeah. Bran. Mhm. Well, now I mean, if we've got no leads here, and there's a girl who's potentially been kidnapped in a cave, and no one else has checked it out, I guess we should check it out. All right. Well, let's go. All right. No, I'm sure I can find it. It's just this way. Jasper with the. Yeah, I'm sure it's this way. It's over that way. They said it was south of the town. It's just take an angle through here. It just should be fine. Yeah, yeah, it should be fine. Oh, it's not going to be another 19. I can guarantee that. Oh yeah, you should be. it's, it's an 8. It's a really dense canopy here. Like, I can't see where the sun is. Where? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's the river, so... So, all right, that seems fair. I'm pretty sure. Can I see the sun? I can't see the sun through these trees here. $14 for, let's see, yeah, nature or survival, same thing. Oh. Oh. Oh, we just passed it up just a little. It must be a very small cave. It's probably just right up there. Okay, there it is. 18. 18. An 18. An 18 and a 2. So advantage was good. The cave. Playing the marimba on his ribs. um, let's just mosey around to the front of the cave, have a listen, just see what it looks like, right? Just check out the entrance at least, yeah? Ooh. How steep and how tall is it? So very steep. Guys, we could just jump off. Just jump off, and then remember I sewed those little things on the back of all of your little suits of armor. All you got to do is just pull that little tab that I put there, and you'll have this little parachute pop out. It's I made it out of spider silk, and it slows your fall enough so that when you touch the ground, it doesn't hurt. No, really, it works quite well. You just take a big running leap and just jump, and then just pull that little tab. It works just about every time. I mean, really, it's like 9 out of 10. So I mean, it's like just God. How tall is it from top to bottom? 30 feet? I wish it was taller. Then I could really show you. Because I got the squirrel suit. Alright. There's a higher portion? Oh yeah. I'm going to get a little bit higher. Walk up to get a little bit higher. And then... Ooh, alright, that's a little bit better. Did Hargus climb down? You climbing down, Hargus? You want to jump with me? It's fun. Alright, as... Go ahead, Hargus. All right. Jasper will be yelling from the top of the cliff. Yeah. All right. All right, sure, it worked, but look how much more fun this is. And he'll take a running leap, and he'll run and jump, and as he jumps, he'll grab the two little tabs at the bottom of his vest and pull them out like that, and it creates like webbing that goes from the vest out to the tab that he's pulled there, like thin like cloth or leather pieces, and as he jumps, they pull out and they billow, and he just goes... And he, like, squirrel suit kind of spirals down slowly as he gets down to the ground. And as he goes right towards the bottom, he, like, at the last second, he kind of pulls up and, like, kind of drops onto his feet and does a little run and goes, right? Right? I was just saying. It's pretty fun. It's worth a shot. It's pretty fun. You know, I sometimes and this actually looks all right actually, and he starts trying like stuffing it back into the sleeve that it's in, like repacking the handle. It's like sometimes the fabric can get a little tattered, but this looks okay. So I think I'll be able to again, no problem. Tucks it away. Yeah, I know. That was one of my favorite. I don't know if you've ever seen a flying squirrel, but that was the inspiration there. They take these great leaps and they glide from tree to tree. It's really quite impressive. So, yeah. What sidekick? Oh, Rocky. That seems fine. Let's run in, pell-mell. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll just check out the opening. Oh, man. Yeah, it's late. Mm-hmm. Hey, friends. Jasper is swarmed by bats as he tries to greet the the new friends. Oh man. It's a That's the one. That's the one. There it is. Oh boy. Well, that was fun. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Remembering details while being goofy. Yeah, it's a little trickier. Go off the script. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Looking forward to it. Guys, there's nothing bad in here. It's gonna be fine. It's just a blood eye cave. The monster's gone.